Hi and welcome back to this tutorial series. We're now at part 2 where we're going to start demonstrating the Boozang test functionality. I'm Mats Ljunggren, I'm the CEO, and let's get started. So what I have here is a very simple WordPress site that we deployed on top of our build server, and it's fashion, basically WordPress, WooCommerce. You have some links and you can buy some stuff. So this is a good, simple way to demonstrate what our tool can do. So let's get started. As you can remember, we in order to install, to get started with testing, we dropped this little fragment into our site. So if you didn't follow how to set up and sign up for Boozang, go back and check out the previous movie. Otherwise, we're just going to log in here as we did before. And this will take us right into the tool set, even though we're in the site. And as we can see here, if we go to the actual management UI, we are going to be logged in. So it's the same cookie basically between your site and towards the cloud. So there is no real difference. So we are authorized against the cloud now. So in order to get started, we need a way to organize our tests. So we don't see the website here. The first thing we want to do is kind of build this tree. So we have the project root, which is fashion. And then you press this cube, it creates what's called a module. And the module would be like a test suite or a group of testing. So here we're going to have the categories storefront testing for things like checkout, buying of stuff, etc. And then we're going to add some navigation test. And here you can just, how you choose to divide this is up to you. If you have a requirement spec, this would typically be the categories of requirements, but you could do this in a number of different ways. In order to create a test, you click on this little wheel, and let's say we say add items to cart. And let's say this is a unit test. This is the type. There's a few different tests here, and we're going to go more into detail on this later. But let's save this for now. And as you can see, add item to cart is a test in our tree, and it's shareable by this URL. So in order to get started, we also have to kind of launch the site from within the tool. And as you can see, the record button here, which is what you usually use when you get started, hasn't been launched. So when I launch this fashion site, I can actually start recording by clicking this record button. So let's do a simple test right now where we add a few items to the shopping cart and go to the checkout. So let's start by buying a shoe and then buy a bag and then click through the menu and let's go to the cart and do checkout. Okay. And when we're actually doing all these actions, they are being recorded into the cloud. So this is what's really, really powerful, is that we do the local test in the browser while recording it in the cloud. So now we can actually save this. This gets pushed into the cloud, and this is now shareable and executable for anyone. So let's say another user comes in and they want to launch this and see and rerun that kind of test that we just did. This can simply be replayed by pressing of a play button, and as you can see, all the items are being gone through and the values are being filled in. And here, as you can see, you also get a report saying this module test was run and these are the actions and the result was successful. So we can minimize that again. And in order, if you want to demonstrate this functionality and see what's actually going on, we could add breakpoints. There's a lot of stuff we can do, but we can also add a delay, which is configurable. So let's do this again, just to see more in detail what was going on in the test. So now more clearly, we can see the stuff being added to the cart and the information being filled out. So this really demonstrates how quickly you can do a simple record test and create a shareable regression test that anyone, I can copy this now into Skype or into Slack, or even look at it in my collaboration feed here that I will talk more about later, and execute this test. So stay tuned for more tutorials when we go deeper into this functionality. Thank you.